93 WIBC. It is Terry Stacy and, oh, here he is. The founding father of the Middle Child Party is here. Once again, Bruce Hopman. Bruce, how are you?
I'm doing great, Terry. Tomorrow, hey, happy almost St. Patrick's Day.
Happy almost St. Patrick's Day to you, my friend. Monday, and I'd be willing to bet that you've been doing your research on how to tie St. Patrick into your middle child world.
Well, of course I do. You know, when I come on your show, I don't want you to think I just come on here and just blab. I do my homework.
I know you do.
I do my homework.
Extensive homework, my friend.
Well, yeah, and, you know, I know that beer is a big, big part of St. Patrick's Day.
Sure it is.
And I must say, let me just say along the way here, I encourage everybody to drink responsibly, but beer is a big part of St. Patrick's Day.
Right. I'm excited, and I think we all are trying to figure out. We're going to figure out how you're going to tie beer into the middle child.
Well, I'll tell you how. I was doing my research, and I found out how much Guinness is consumed, like 3 times as much on St. Patrick's Day, and they figured that like 1% of all the beer consumed in the world all year long happens just on March 17th. That's a lot of beer being drunk. So I was doing my research, and I came across some interesting beers. There's a beer out by the Russian River Brewing Company. It's called Pliny the Elder. It's supposed to be like one of the best beers in America. Like 5 years in a row, it got rated like the best beer.
And this is Pliny the Elder.
Pliny the Elder, okay. Right. It might not be available in Indianapolis. I don't know. It was so successful, it led to another beer called Pliny the Younger.
Here we go.
Yeah, I think you see where I'm going with this. Yeah. Like, where is Pliny the middle child? So I did my research. I dug a little deeper, and so tomorrow on St. Patrick's Day, I want middle children to be able to enjoy it as much as everybody else. I found the best middle child beers available.
Really? Seriously?
Yeah, you probably haven't heard a lot of them. You might not be able to find them in Indianapolis because every time a middle child gets something, they want to keep us down. We can't have anything of our own.
Right.
But you come to the blog, smackdabblog.com. I know these beers exist because I have the labels at the blog. You can see all, and as we all know, everything on the if it's on the internet, it must be true.
Well, sure. And so, did you come up with like a list of your favorite?
Yeah. If you want me to, I'll take you through them. I can give you just a little background on some of them. Well, the first one in Texas, there's there's Lone Star beer. It's like the national beer of Texas. Everybody's heard of Lone Star beer.
Yeah.
Not so much the favorite beer of Texan middle children. Left a Lone Star beer, not as popular. But if you could find it, and if you're going to have a beer on St. Patrick's Day,
sure,
try it. Left a Lone Star beer.
All right, a favorite of Texan middle children,
definitely.
The Left a Lone Star beer has made it on the list. All right, okay, got it.
That's up there. Yeah. Now, Miller Genuine Draft. I mean, Miller, that's a big beer.
Sure.
It's a very involved brewing process. Mm-hmm. It gets rave reviews. It's got a cool nickname,
right.
MGD. It's got everything going for it. Not so much for the lesser-known Miller Hand-Me-Down Draft. Now,
that doesn't exist. That doesn't exist.
No.
Bruce,
Let me tell you. Here's the thing. I'm going to share a little home brewing secret because I know people are into home brewing and craft beers and making their own stuff. Here's how you can make your own Miller Hand-Me-Down Draft. What you do is you go around, and when your brother or sister are kind of not, they didn't finish their Miller Genuine Draft, you take whatever's left in their bottle, you pour it into your bottle, and by the end of the night, you will have your own Miller Hand-Me-Down Draft.
So you can just make that right at home, really.
Yeah, it's truly disgusting.
Like a craft.
But you can do it. You can make your own beer.
This is Bruce Hopman, by the way, and you can follow him on Twitter at MidKidMusings, or, again, he's got the complete list of middle child beers at smackdabblog.com as we prepare to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. All right, let's hear about your third beer.
Well, okay. Does everybody remember St. Pauli Girl?
Oh, sure.
Sure. She was big. They came over here. She came over in like 1965, and how would we describe it? She was a buxom young woman.
Very curvy.
Yeah, and the guys went wild for her, and she was a huge hit. Now, a few years later, her younger, flatter-chested sister came over, and it was like, who cares,
It's so
but
sad.
Still, it's a beer you might want to try. St. Pauli, least favorite girl, and look, these are I don't make this stuff up,
No, yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Right.
I don't know how. I've not heard of this particular beer. I believe if it was really out there, it would be shut down by women everywhere. A beer called, what did you call it?
It's St. Pauli least favorite girl. See if you can. It's a mid-kid favorite.
I bet it's flat.
Really
is it flat?
Yeah, right. You open it, and it's flat already. That's good. I like that. I like that.
See, you didn't know I could be funny too.
That was good. I like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm editing that out.
I'm putting it on the blog.
Okay.
So Milwaukee. How far Indianapolis from Milwaukee?
It's easy.
Big brewing town, Milwaukee. They got. I mean, they have the Brewers baseball team. They've got lots of good beers. There's a namesake beer, Milwaukee's Best.
Right.
Milwaukee's Best.
Right.
That's a great beer. Of course, when you're the middle child, you're never the best, or you're not even the second best. No matter how hard you try, you take what you can get. That's why we have Milwaukee's third best. Now, look, it's not as good as Milwaukee's Best, but when you're a middle child, that's the best you can expect.
Milwaukee's third best.
It's a good brew. Yeah,
All right.
Time for a little history lesson here.
Please.
Samuel Adams Boston Lager. Huge beer, voted like one of America's best beers year after year. Now, everybody knows about Samuel Adams, who's a statesman, a political philosopher, a founding father. He was quite an overachiever. So you don't hear so much about his younger brother.
The middle child.
Yeah, Marvin Adams.
Marvin Adams.
Yeah, he tried. What was he going to do? How's he going to live up to his brother? So what does he do? He tries to drown his sorrows in beer. He tries to make a beer. Even that can't be as good as his brother. No. Okay, Samuel Adams voted, best beer in America.
Yeah.
Marvin Adams has been voted year after year, not even close to as good as his brother's beer. I mean, imagine what that does to your ego?
I don't know. It's got to be brutal. It's just got to be
Adams.
brutal.
There's a little bit of history here. People don't know about it. They know about Samuel Adams.
Right.
But
all right.
And John Adams, Marvin Adams is one of the he gets left aside in history.
This is our friend Bruce Hopman, who is the founder of the International Middle Child Union, truly a hero for the middle child and families all over the world. And we're going through his list as we approach St. Patrick's Day of all of the middle child beers. And he's put together a list that you can certainly see on his website or on his blog, which is Smack Dab Blog. And then you've got you can follow him on Twitter at MidKid Musings. He's always looking for another follower.
I'll give you our last one here, but I encourage everyone to drink responsibly. But on St. Patrick's Day, like I used to live in New York City, and that was a rough day. People on the street, lots of drunkenness, people overdoing it, and you gotta believe a lot of them were probably middle children because if anybody needs an excuse to drink, it would be a middle child. So St. Patrick's Day, I got to believe that middle children are probably a lot of those people out there that you're going, oh, my God.
Right, whiners, really.
Oh, my God. But this is last but not least. This is the number one imported middle child beer in the world. And it's a huge hit.
Okay.
It's from Holland. It's called Wyneken.
Oh, Wyneken. Bruce, there's no such thing as called Wyneken.
Look,
no.
People are always accusing middle children of crying in their beer. This is the one. This is the beer that you're going to choose, Wyneken. Now, I want to warn people, just so you know, because you may not be familiar with the taste of it. Like a lot of these middle child beers, it can be a little bitter. So you got 5 great beers here to choose from. I want everybody, even the middle children, to have fun on St. Patrick's Day. Again, please drink responsibly.
Oh.
If you could find some of the middle child beers out there, I think it'll just make it the day a little more special.
How will you be celebrating, Bruce, before we say goodbye to you?
I will be making some Miller hand-me-down draft.
Really?
Probably. I'm gonna try a little homebrew.
That's what you're gonna do. All right. Will you put a little food coloring in there in the color of green? I mean, will you be at least just excited about the color of green?
I think that's what I left out about Miller hand-me-down draft. It's just green naturally because you don't know some of the beers that you're pouring in there. You don't know how long they've been sitting out. So
sure,
it's
and probably
really
a little green with envy as well.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Thanks for that.
Will you put that on your Smack Dab blog?
I'll steal anything. Are you kidding?
SmackDabBlog.com is where you'll find Bruce Hopman, and follow him, please, if you would, at MidKid Musings. You'll love it. You'll have a good time with him. Hey, it's great to have you with us. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Bruce.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone.
See you soon.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye.